All right.
We will be speaking on topics of sexuality and dabbling into spirituality as well, and everything in between.
And the cosmos.
And all of that good stuff.
And,
Reina is a master astrologer. And
you're a master too, girl.
I'm a master of all types of shit. But anyway.
She's a Reiki specialist, first of all. She put those hands on you. But,
but for today's topic, we want to talk about Tantra, and we'll also get into some sex magic.
Sex magic. Just sounds delicious, and
doesn't it?
A little scary if you're not ready for it. But yeah.
So I think to start things off, maybe just talking about a little bit, what is Tantra?
What is Tantra?
So Tantra.
What is tantric sex?
There have been many ancient texts written about Tantra that usually come from the East, predominantly from India. And many stories talk about the male and female deities of Shiva and Shakti and how they come together to form this oneness, this wholeness. And so how that Tantra can work through whoever is connecting, works through us to bring about, actually, I think the whole point is the goal is to reach some form of enlightenment. Ascension.
Yeah.
Right. And so with that, the word Tantra literally means a web or to loom.
Oh.
So when you think about when two
know
people connect, they are kind of being woven
Yes.
together in that way.
That's what we do with sacred exchange.
Right. And
Yeah.
you're creating kind of like your own divine fabric of existence together.
Give it to me, Laura. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
And
Gems.
so, you know, a lot of times people think, when they think of Tantra, especially here in the West, they
Yes.
think Tantra is just all about sex. And
Yeah.
it's really not only sex.
Yeah.
Tantra, and we've talked about this before, Tantra is really just, it includes everything about, you know, it involves love, it involves trust, you know, there's a unity about it.
It's
and
clearly
so
positive.
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so with that, when two people do engage in tantric sex, you know, it can be quite explosive. There's a certain way to practice it, and we'll talk about that as well. But I wanted to just...
I want to have tantric sex just hearing about this. That excuses. This is not even, I'm just, yeah. But just, yeah, it sounds like we have to all experience this.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think to be able to engage in tantric sex is quite...
So how would you know?
How would you know what?
How would you know, what are indicators that would let somebody know that they're actually experiencing tantric sex and not just like regular sex?
Well,
if there is a thing as regular sex.
boring sex, you mean?
Yeah, how do you know?
I think that with tantric sex, the idea again is the goal to reach that sort of level of enlightenment, right? Or of some sort of realization.
Yeah.
And so with that, there's a practice of, you know, eye gazing and heavy, deep breathing that comes along with it. So you're, with that, and touch, right?
Yeah.
And similar to how you would in regular sex.
You cannot have tantric sex without a very open, you know, heart and intimacy. Like you cannot have blocks with intimacy if you want to engage in tantric sex.
I think tantric, not that you cannot. I think that it's better for both people to have some sort of a clear understanding or a clearing within themselves. But tantric sex can also help bring about a stronger form of intimacy between the two.
Yeah, this is true.
And so for B, I wanted to ask you if you ever felt that you've engaged, or have you engaged in any sort of tantric?
Fuck yeah. Sex. Like, I mean, the thing is that like there's lovemaking, there's fucking, right? We're gonna be honest because we're talking about specifically tantric energy with sex. So when you're engaging in this, what I call sacred sex exchange, energy exchange, there's a lot of feelings, there's eye gazing, there's all those things. But I do feel that there is a very big difference between intimacy and like good chemistry, and then feeling something on a spiritual level where you feel very aligned. Because when you think about it, like having sex, there's so many different positions, but when two people are their chakras are aligned with each other,
And that's the whole goal,
right?
like, to make sure your chakras are aligned.
There's a union, like you said, that web, and we all know that spirituality, sexuality, there is a tie. So when you have sex with people, you are sharing, you are creating that web, that spiritual bridge, if you will, and sometimes if you pick the wrong person, there's a demon left somewhere dwelling inside of you. But anyway.
Wait. That's a good point, though. So then how do you know then? How do you know, like, that you are engaging in tantric sex with the right person? What makes the right mate for Tantra?
I think this just goes for sex, period. This is just my personal feeling, is to not share that sacred energy with someone that you wouldn't want to be anything like. That's number one. That's a good, just like number one rule. But tantric sex, I feel like it should be, you're seeking to be open and have a intention that is unified. Mm-hmm. So both parties are with the same intention going into the sex, so that you're breathing together, you're eye gazing, you're heart to heart, all the chakras are aligned with the same intention. And so, of course, that's what makes it, a lot stronger. But if your intention is to have this tantric experience and the other person is just thinking about how your ass is like moving, and they're just thinking about the flesh, you know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm talking about. Then I'm not sure if that's like the best way to go about it,
And with tantric sex, there isn't ejaculation. It's an orgasmic energy where you're not really releasing.
So that's if both parties are trying to, but you can have the tantric experience during the sexual exchange, right?
I feel I've had it like one time in my life, just like one time in my life that I can remember.
I'm not ready for that.
You're not ready?
You
said you did, though.
No. I have had the tantric energy while having sex, but not. I'm sorry, you're gonna come. Like, no, sorry, I have not been. I take it back. I have not.
Damn.
I have not been.
You're just not gonna be able to help yourself.
Because I don't know. Maybe I need to try that out and see. Is there a possibility that you can withhold and like?
Yes. What do you mean? Is there a possibility? Apparently not with Reina, though. But
got that cosmic pussy. No, but anyway. But yeah. So going back to the indicators of you having a tantric sex experience would be,
I think that you just kind of, it's almost as if, I don't know if you've ever practiced Kundalini yoga.
Yeah.
But it's kind of that releasing of that Kundalini energy. So you'll feel kind of like, almost like a shock wave coming up your spine, hitting you right on that crown chakra, like boom.
Yeah.
Like you are awakened.
And that's why I say, like, in the experience that I've had, I've had that definite, like, this lighting up. You'll feel like your crown is lit up, and you can kind of feel like you're having a orgasm through your pineal gland.
Your
if that
pineal
makes
gland
sense.
definitely,
because it's coming from upward. The energy is going upward, and a lot of the time it's different. We're shooting out, but if you can feel the energy traveling upward and you feel all these neurons hitting, because that's what it is. That's the ascension that we're talking about. So yeah, that I've felt, but the I guess what classifies it, technically as tantric, where the man does not ejaculate. No. Maybe another time. Maybe when we're bored or something. I have too much ego for that sexually. I'm just gonna admit that. It's gonna fuck my shit up. I'm not ready for that. But yeah. But that is really interesting, because when we decided what topics we wanted to choose to talk to you guys today, Laura, she spoke about tantric, and which is like really under the umbrella of magic, sex magic. Excuse me. Sex magic is kind of what I feel is the umbrella for a lot of different things, because sex magic, this topic is something that doesn't have like a very linear type of definition. It's a lot of different things. So sex magic is manifestation, which is very, again, is kind of like going back to tantric.
Yeah.
Manifesting, a weave. Sex magic is using your sexual creative energy.
That desire, that sexual desire to be able to manifest tangible things for yourself.
Yes. And I mean, what's cool about this, I like, is that it's something that you can do in many different ways. It's very flexible. So visualization is really important for sex magic. When people think about sex magic, a lot of the times they're thinking about sex. It's not like same thing with tantric. It's not necessarily about sex, but yeah, if you have a partner, why not? Because it's creative energy. But you can use your fluid. Yes, I mean, you can go like this and claim something, okay? I had this conversation with a fellow wild woman of mine, and she told me how she went to this apartment to view because she really wanted this apartment, and there was a lot of competitors, and so she decided right when she had the opportunity to like dabble in her fluid and wipe it on the wall and claim the place as hers.
Yeah, and it's
I love that.
It can be as simple as setting that intention,
yes.
But prayer, meditations behind it as well,
yes.
which is a big part of it. And they're not like tantra, sex magic, meditation. Those things are not like mutually exclusive,
right?
Right?
Yeah,
they kind of definitely work together in a way.
It synchronizes all the time. And so you can use your fluid, you can use visualization while you are having sex. You can, with your partner, without a partner.
And setting that intention together, voicing it aloud or even to yourselves,
right.
But being in unison in that way so that it is a stronger intention that's set for it to happen.
And since you said that, the most important thing is to be very clear. So like, okay, there is something that I want. I want a $10,000 check, right? I'm going to think very specifically about that $10,000, how it looks in my bank account, like when I look at my bank account. Mm-hmm. And so when I have my orgasm, that whether it's with a person, from a toy, with myself, however it is, however you get to that point, that's when you can use it, and you are going to visualize and feel. So you're feeling the pleasure, the desire, you're feeling all the endorphins, and you're putting your mind with the visualization, you're putting your mind to that space where whatever it is that you want. And that's really like what manifestation is. So sex magic is like, it's manifestation heightened, like on steroids, like just and it's through your own creative energy, which is, don't sleep. It's so powerful.
So I think it's really important to create like a ritual between you and your partner. So what do you recommend or suggest in terms of creating or setting that tone as sort of a sex magic ritual?
Honestly, I'm going to tell you my ritual. I have a ritual that and it has nothing to do with my partner actually. Because a lot of my goals and stuff like that, they're things that I kind of work on in private, like with myself. So whether I'm having sex with him or if I'm having sex alone, this is something that I'm going to be repetitive about. So you set your intention on that thing, that goal that you want, and you can repeat. So that you can have a mantra. Right. You can decide that. After your self-care ritual, after your bath, you can get out the bath, or before your bath. Okay, yeah, maybe before your bath, because but before your bath, depends on what you do. But I'm just saying,
it can get messy.
Yes, it can, and you can't be afraid of that because it's all powerful. So you want to use your fluid, or you want to use just a mantra, just a simple, the consistent visualization, the repetitive chant or mantra that say it's the $10,000, 10,000 in my bank account, 10,000 in my bank account. As you're coming, like, instead of you saying, and a lot of the time we are saying other things when we're having an orgasm, like, oh God, or oh fuck, or oh my God, or you're saying his name, I don't know, but but you can say something that's going to benefit you.
It's true, and it's literally like you are casting a spell.
Yes, you are.
You're casting a spell.
With your cosmic pussy, girl. Yes, you are. Bam.
Through all that. But I think it's really also important, like through the ritual, that you're creating a space.
Yeah.
You're creating a sacred space for yourself. And, you want to be comfortable. You want to, whatever it takes, whether it is,
Whatever
like you said,
it
in the
takes.
bathroom, like setting nice candles and flowers and, set
you're
the
making
lighting.
love to yourself,
You are.
And you're using the law of attraction with your creative energy that we all have, because men have it too. Like, I don't want people to think, yes, this is cosmic pussy, but sperm is very powerful. So that's why I said fluids. It's not just, what we embody. Men, you have it too, honey. Okay. So just don't be putting your sperm.
Ours is just more powerful. Ours is just way more powerful.
Yeah, of course. They know it too. But yeah, it's just, you can use those things. Another fluid, which is a whole nother topic I want us to get into like another time, which is a lot of taboo around, is blood.
People
It's
have
such
been
a heavy
using,
word.
yeah, but people have been using,
Yeah.
I mean, women in particular use their menstrual cycle, their blood, for lots of different forms of magic.
Have you ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
have.
Well, I'm not shocked.
I mean, not for bad. I'm not a bad witch.
See,
but
that's the thing. That's why we need to get into that. I'm not a bad witch. I'm a light witch. Yeah.
I'm a light worker.
Yeah.
I'm a light worker. So,
I mean,
but yeah, it's really important too there. And for women, every month really should, not should, but, in certain practices, it's recommended that you give your blood back to the earth, Mother Earth.
Yeah. Absolutely. With all the bloodshed.
Exactly.
That's something that, with all the bloodshed and violence and, negativity, you can refill Mother Earth back with positive blood. That's a whole different, we got to get into that.
That's a whole other topic, but she lets you know when she's suffering, and so we feel the repercussions. But like you said, whole other topic.
But I want to touch back. So I want to talk about cosmically. Yeah. So we're talking about the spirituality that, the chakras aligned with tantric, sex magic, where, is understanding that, putting a spell on your intentions, putting a spell in your life, which is another way of saying manifest, there's so many different ways that we can attract, because that's what it is. We are attracting the things that we want, the ways we want to feel and stuff like that. And so when we think about cosmically, the chakras that we have, the second
your
chakra,
sacral.
right?
Yeah, your sacral chakra.
So I don't know if you all know your moon sign and stuff like that, but you should find out your moon sign. It's very important. Everyone knows their sun sign, right? You're a Sag. You're like, oh, I'm a Sag. But I'm like, as an astrologer, I'm like, you're so much more, honey. That's just like a 1% of what makes you you and all these things. And so Laura's moon sign is a Pisces. Yeah. My moon sign is a Pisces. Pisces power! But I'm an Aries, okay? And that's my sun sign. And so,
but it's fire. It's interesting.
Fire and water.
Fire and water.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting because that second chakra is, like you said, is associated with the moon, which controls the tides, the flowing water.
Yes.
Water.
AKA is what? No, I'm sorry.
But yes, it is the center. That second chakra, that moon, is the center of sexuality. Is the center of our emotions.
Yes,
right?
and stability and stuff like that,
and sensation and pleasure and movement and all that good stuff.
And security.
Yeah.
So it's really important that you understand. Okay, if you can see what your moon sign is, what are the things, what are those characteristics, what are the qualities that come along with your moon sign? And so, like we said, if it's water, then, this is something that maybe your tantric experience, should be, you can do a lot of practices for your sacral chakra in water, or making sure you're drinking a lot of water.
Drink plenty of water. You can go do swimming activities. Do anything that's centered around, like you said, in water. So.
It could also indicate if you're a fire sign. So if your moon sign is, let's say, an Aries, then that maybe it's something, your tantric energy is going to be very vivacious, and it could, you can get to that point faster with Aries moon sign. If it is a Taurus, which is, earth, and it's a lot slower. Your moon sign as a Taurus is someone who needs to feel very secure. Same thing as a Capricorn moon sign. So these are people that you want to make sure that you feel safe. So, this is probably something that you're going to do when you feel very comfortable. So it's really important that you try and do these practices. If you're willing to do these practices, you're doing it in a way that feels not like a risk, because a Capricorn and a Taurus moon sign would not feel, if they feel like they're doing something risky, like it's not going to happen. But say if you're a Scorpio moon sign, you're gonna do whatever. You're gonna do anything. You may be into like taking a crystal, what are they called? Not a dildo. Crystal. What are they called?
A crystal dildo.
There's wands. You can get a wand for your.
It's a crystal dildo.
Yeah.
It is.
No, I want to call it like. I want to say like it's fancy. A wand, but a crystal dildo, and you can. And so Scorpio, you'll be into that. Like you'll be into trying new things and experimenting, because Scorpio is all about experimentation.
I gotta get me one. I gotta get me a crystal dildo.
Yeah,
my birthday is coming up next year.
My birthday's first. Okay, I'm the one who needs the crystal.
All right, you could come with me. You can pick it out, because I don't know. I feel kind of weird if I pick out.
They have all types of pretty ones.
Yeah,
you can get a really pretty one.
Yeah, nice little rose quartz, maybe.
Yeah, and that would be perfect.
Ooh, speaking of which, so you see, I'm over here. I've been playing with these crystals, and we each brought our own crystals.
Yes.
But the Pocket Book of Stones is a really great resource when you are working with crystals, or if you're looking for crystals and you want to understand anything about what that stone or crystal does or can do.
Yes.
And so I was able to look up one that was associated with Tantra, and really cool. It is.
So it should be about alignment, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Not only about alignment and something that it will kindle love and passion for you, within you, but also for you and your partner. But I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but is it Crosoite?
Yeah.
Crosoite.
Crosoite.
Right? Crosoite. It's bright red, guys.
Sue us if we're wrong.
It's beautiful. And, but yeah, it has to do with physical vitality.
Can they see?
Well, I don't know if you can see, but I'll just read it anyway.
Wait. You gotta look, guys.
It's a beautiful stone. It is a beautiful stone, but it has to do with physical vitality, wisdom of the heart, communion with the divine, passion, love, enlightenment. And it does connect the root chakra, the heart chakra, and the crown chakra. So it's perfect if you use this stone while practicing tantric sex. So have that. I don't know, where would you place the stone? Maybe you could speak your intentions into the stone and just have it in your space. But it definitely also supports reproductive systems. You're a nutcase. But yeah, it helps to activate that Kundalini energy. So pretty cool stuff.
Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah,
but
so crystals, get your flame on, get your candles, and let me make sure my phone is on airplane mode. Yeah, get your candles, flowers, drink your water, like however you want to do it too. That's the other thing. It's like it doesn't even have to have like the candles.
I don't think there's no right or wrong
crystal,
way, as long as the intention between the two of you, or like you said, if you're doing it for yourself, is there. And
you know what's really interesting?
What's that?
Before I even found out that there was a literal term for sex magic, I was already doing it. Like intuitively.
Excuse me.
You don't know what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
Like
the founder of sex magic right
Not
here.
even.
Like, what the hell?
No, it's just that some people are just really led by their intuition, and I'm one of those people, and I know you are too. So don't play.
Since I was 9 years old,
that sounded crazy. We're just gonna skip on over that part.
You know that private stuff. Now hold on.
Since I was 9. No, but
Take that out.
Oh shit! Oh my god! You're making me laugh too much right now.
Tears. Okay, God. Oh God. God.
Oh my god! We have to boop this out. Okay. Your fucking lashes are gonna fall off. Okay, so listen.
Oh man.
Oh gosh. So, all right, now we have recovered from the laughter. We were trying to say is that yes, intuitively you can definitely tap into these things. So it's also really important to just do what feels good to you, like whatever you feel called to. Because a lot of the time people are like, oh, let me Google or let me look, let me ask this, or just look within yourself. Get used to tapping into your own, your own inner guide is really important to do that. You're talking about ascension, you're talking about attracting, you're talking about manifesting. So a lot of the time, people are, like I said, they look outwardly. And before you're able to attract anything, you have to first have the inward guidance, trust, love, comfort. And so all of that, a lot of that is just knowing what feels good to you, what feels right to you. Even if you don't know your moon sign, just like follow what feels right. I think that's the best.
That's the best advice. Definitely.
And then you can build on those things. From time to time, you can try something new, and then you'll say, okay, no, that's not really for me. Me personally, I'm not someone who likes foreign objects. So I've never been into toys and stuff like that.
No crystal dildo for you.
No, but that's something I want to just try. I want to try the crystal dildo, Laura. No, I do want to try it, but I don't look at it as something that is going to be pleasurable. It's more it's for a function, it's for a purpose. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I want to try it for.
What your man think about that when you talk about wait? So then when.
Well, I have my own private life,
let's see,
so
we'll keep that.
My vagina is for me and my permission. Okay.
I'm not mad at that. It should always be with your permission. So
yeah. So I don't even think he'll look at me like, what? What are you? What is this?
But if you don't like to deal with foreign objects, then how are you even having any sort of sex?
No. That ain't foreign, honey. That ain't foreign. That's natural. Okay? No. The opposite sex is not foreign. We go together. We go all the way together.
Intergalactic.
No. What the fuck was that? But yeah,
that was your chakras being aligned.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
I'm just doing the PG version, okay? Dancing, we talked about other rituals and things like that, and self-pleasuring, but just something as just dance the night away, shake your booty, you know what I'm saying? Leave it all on the dance floor. Right. And that really just helps to ignite that Kundalini energy, So I don't know if there's something that
That's good. That's a good one. Yeah. Dancing, that reminds me of something that I used to do. And I didn't even realize that that's what I was doing until I started to actually feel it, and then it became more intentional. So when I first started dating blacks, there would be days that we wouldn't see each other. So I would kind of just intentionally rev up. I would rev up in my car, I'd be driving, and a lot of the time, I was always on the go. Vroom, vroom. I I was always on the go, and so I'd be in my car, and those were kind of like my alone times. Some of us don't have that private or alone time at home. So I would find these times on the go, and I would kind of just like be winding my waist,
Masturbating on the go.
You know, if I could do that, I would, but it was not that. It's using the law of attraction, you know, because our hips, you know, Shakira was onto something.
Yeah, because when you at the red light, and somebody sees you doing that little whiny wine, you attracted something.
No. This was for myself. No, if you can dance in the club, you can dance in your car. But
why not?
As I'm saying it, I mean, as I'm whining, as I'm doing it, you know, boom, 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 boom on my seat. And it's really not like the booty. It's more like the whole hips area, you know?
Everything.
Like a 360, bam. And, you know, it's like hula hoop.
I wouldn't be able to do. I feel like my foot would come off the gas, off the brake, off everything. There's no damn way I'll be able to do it. You have coordination. You have like.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
No, but
I got none. Zero. Just no.
I believe in yourself. I'm sure you can do it, Laura.
I mean, yeah, I don't. Maybe I'll have to try it in a parking lot somewhere. Doing donuts.
Like sample. No, but like yeah, so definitely dancing. If you don't go out, because you know I don't party, but I party by myself, you know, like in the car.
Literally.
Or so another thing, this is something I used to do. I forgot to mention this actually. When we first started dating, right? I would right before I would meet up with him for our gym session, I would take some of my fluid. Okay, don't judge me. And if you do, oh well, I don't care. But I would take some of my fluid and dab a little bit, like perfume.
Yeah.
Bam.
Okay.
Ooh, sorry, Mike. Bam.
And then what? You'd intentionally give him a hug, be like,
no,
"Here, honey,
pheromones.
Hi."
Pheromones.
Like, yeah, I get that, but
I was like, man, come to me, man. And he was just like,
I'd be like,
but no, it's not. No. It's just to the point where it's not something that you're going to be like, oh, you smell like sex, or you smell like pussy, or you smell like, you know, like whatever. It's not that. It's just like, it's actually a scientific thing.
No, I know
it's
it
not
works.
An actual. So he's smelling. What he's smelling is the pheromones that he's attracted to. I'm attracting him with my pheromones, and as we're working out in the gym, it's heated, it's hot, you know, and so.
But what about when you start sweating? Like,
no,
ain't your pheromones start to stink?
I mean, if your pussy stinks, but if your pussy does not have a unpleasant smell, then it won't be any smell.
Does behind your ears ever stink?
Laura, don't try to come for me, girl, because this pussy is good. It's cosmic pussy. What you talking about, Laura? She's trying to come for my pussy. But anyway, so listen, you just dab. Listen, guys, Laura's gonna try this too. She's just joking.
I totally am.
So you just dab, boom, and
I'm gonna smear the shit.
Let me tell you. No, you can't overdo it though. That's the thing. This is something
you can never overdo.
Laura, she like this idea. That's what's happening. So listen.
I do.
So what happens is this method of sex magic is you're so silly. It's the pheromones that you're calling, you are attracting. It's not something that you have to chant, or it's not something that you have to do. You're simply putting it behind.
It's just there. It's just there.
It's just working.
Let it do what it do.
Exactly. You're just placing it, boom, literally just like that. And the time.
Did you speak intentions into it while you're doing it, or you just put it there?
No, I not speak, but I like inwardly, yes. And I would just talk about inwardly. I would just desire for the attraction to be strong and fun and healthy and mutual, and just to keep the spark. So that was what it was. It wasn't that he was someone that I didn't have already. It was just about feeding the flame to keep it very to keep the
alive,
chemistry
like just
very
fresh.
strong. Yes.
So
And
now
it
that so it works.
works.
So do you continue to do
told
that
him.
to this day?
No.
Oh damn.
I don't, but I should.
He's like,
actually.
I got you already. Like, ain't no more of this.
No.
here.
Sometimes I do. It's just that I was doing it on a regular in that time period.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I did tell him though, and he was like, "What?" He was like, "You did that?" And I was like, "Yes, motherfucker." And he was just like, "Wow." And I'm like, "Do you remember where you was like on me, boy? Like on me. And so,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, now you got to find new ways now. Now he knows. So now you got to.
No, he won't know. Even if I do it tonight, he's not going to know. He's just going to be on me.
She's going to do it more over. She's going to be like, here, let me get your nose.
Look. Stuff it right in your face. No, but yeah. So what are things that we should not do, or like what are?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know for like,
not
if there are any sort of warning signs we should look for, or any concerns when practicing Tantra or sex magic, like anything that we should beware of, like, because when we're dealing with that sort of energy exchange, like we open doorways,
portals,
and pathways, portals. So we have to be careful.
Yes.
So what do you think
Is
in terms of looking out for?
The responsibility disclaimer.
Yeah.
Right. So it's really important that whatever it is that your goal is and stuff like that is coming from a place of light. That's number one. If you're desiring someone that you know does not want you, or if you want something that is not inherently right or yours, or I'm just what we're talking about is the morals. Like your moral compass has to be very strong.
Yeah. Because if you are engaging in something like that, like you said, like if it's something that you're forcing on someone, karma is a bitch.
I think the main thing is to be in alignment with the natural course of things in the first place. And then to use this as an enhancement, or to use this to behoove you in your life and the things that you want, not just with your partner, just in general. Like, you can better your life with the things that you are willing to attract, and by the sheer belief,
Yeah.
And so having these practices and doing these things, just bringing that alignment, so it's kind of speeds up, or it's faster, or it's more intense, but it's not something that is just not yours, or not, not within alignment of you already, right?
Nice.
Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
You got it?
I guess. At least for me, I don't know.
Yes.
If not, feel free to reach out to us, ask us questions.
Yes, ask
we
us
can
questions.
follow up with that. So thank you for tuning in once again to the Cosmic Pussy Podcast, the source of all creation. Our power is infinite.